In early 1964, 2 years after her UFO encounter, Betty Hill also undergoes hypnosis designed to recall what happened that night.
Trance Betty, in a deep, deep sleep, deep asleep, fully relaxed or asleep.
Under hypnosis, Betty remembers everything that she had conscious recall for, and then she remembers Barney taking a sharp turn in the road, and they were then on a dirt road with tall trees all around.
I don't know where we are. I don't even know how we got here. At that time, I didn't feel afraid.
Why are you crying if you're not afraid?
I was afraid when I saw the men in the road.
Men in the road?
I never been so afraid in my life.
There were figures standing in the road, and she observed this huge fiery orb. And she's talking to Barney. What is this? Are we being robbed? Is there an accident ahead? Barney says to Betty, it's them. Betty becomes terrified. She has never been so terrified in her entire life. She puts her hand on the door. She's going to run into the woods to hide, but she's intercepted, and she loses consciousness.
The next thing Betty remembers is the alien beings escorting her through the woods and onto the spacecraft.
They're taking me up to the object. I don't want to go on it. I don't know what's going to happen if I go on it. I don't want to go. I go up the ramp, and I go inside.
They're saying to Betty, there's nothing to be afraid of. We only need to do a few simple tests. You won't be harmed. And then you'll very quickly be on your way. She doesn't trust them. She kicks the one who is beside her, and this tears the hem on her dress down and tears the lining of the dress from waist to hemline. They regain control of her, and she is taken into an examining room on the craft.
I'll watch them take Barney in the next room, and I go in this room.
That's where Betty meets someone she calls the Examiner.
He tells me to take off my dress, and then before I even have a chance hardly to stand up to do it, the Examiner, my dress has a zipper down the back, and the Examiner unzips my dress. It goes way down to my waist, the zipper does. And so I slip my dress off. And so I don't have my dress or my shoes on.
They use some kind of stylus pressing on the vertebrae in her spine. They take skin samples.
They roll me over on my back, and the Examiner has a long needle in his hand. And it's bigger than any needle I've ever seen. And I asked him what he's going to do with it. And he said, just a simple test, it won't hurt me. And I asked him what. And he said he just wants to put it in my navel. And it's just a simple test. And I told him, no, it won't hurt. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he said, no, it won't hurt. And he sticks a needle into my navel. And I'm crying, and I tell him it's hurting, take it out. And then the leader, he goes over and he put his hand, runs his hand in front of my eyes, and he says, I'll be all right. I won't feel it. And all the pain goes away. But the pain goes away, but I'm still sore from when they put that, I don't know why they put that long needle into my navel. I tried to tell them they shouldn't do it.
Did they make any sexual advances to you?
No.
They didn't.
Nope. I asked the leader, I said, why did they stick the needle in my navel? And he said it was a pregnancy test. And I said, well, I don't know what they expected, but that was no pregnancy test here.